Bars is back. Sam Ant. Oh God. What's up with?
Attention all my business owners, if you would like to advertise your business right before each video that we do here on Hip Hop News Uncensored, make sure you email us right now, advertise at hiphopun.com, advertise at hiphopun.com, ask about our holiday specials.
Hip Hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Hip Hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe.
Get with young brother Maurice. He's got my line. He'll get it.
Sure.
If you guys want to talk to me sometimes about life and things that I can't say on types of places. Statute of limitations hasn't run, and I still have people want after me because I was the last judge on that James Earl Ray matter. And if he hadn't died, I would have written an opinion that he was not the killer. And in fact, the FBI supplied the murder weapon, the ammunition, and recruited the two-man team that killed him from the fire station, not the flop house and not the museum.
That was one of my questions. I was going to ask you that. Man.
Yeah, well, I thought you were going to. Everybody likes to. And it's a shame that this colored caucus is out there. Oh, my God, the FBI. Do you realize what the FBI is?
Yeah.
They got created before World War I to go after the first black world heavyweight champion, Jack Johnson, because the white women liked him too much. In fact, he wound up with a white wife. So they set up the FBI to do the studies to get what they call the Mann Act. Now, you may recognize the Mann Act. They went after R. Kelly with it, and they convicted him of it, amongst other things. Yeah. So Jack Johnson got arrested when he was on a train with his white wife, and they went across Georgia for 15 minutes on the way to a seaport. When they stopped, the nascent FBI jumped on board and arrested him because at that time, Georgia said you couldn't have a white wife. And they said under the Mann Act that was transporting females across state line for illicit purposes. So he got convicted. He escaped from federal custody and fled to Europe, where he was in France for a long time until his mama did one of those crazy things. I want my boy to be back. I want to see him one more time. So he snuck back in the United States, got caught, had to serve his time, got out, got killed in a car wreck in 1946. And my parents and my grandparents thought of Jack Johnson like most of us think of Muhammad Ali. So, I mean, he was the brother that nobody could whip him, and he was whipping. I mean, these fights would be 48 and 50. I think he fought one fight, 54 rounds, and he was putting folk down. I mean, couldn't anybody stay? He'd be grinning when he was knocking folk out. Yeah, man, right on, brother, go ahead. This is like, at my age, there were a lot of people younger than me that were black, had been alive during the Civil War as grown folk. And they were going, yes. I mean, this was heroic, white women aside, And at that point, we all had this thing about white men taking whatever black women they wanted to have. And, when I first started practicing here 50 years ago, I'd get up in the rural areas of Tennessee and everybody was brown or dark in the family, and they got somebody with blonde hair, and nobody said anything because mama was coming back being a maid, and some white boys were coming home from a football game drinking beer, and they decided to get them some black nookies. So, wasn't anybody upset about that. Yeah, return the favor, man. Yay. By the way, I grew up in Los Angeles, California, in case that didn't come out, but I've been in Memphis for 50 years. Got sent here on a JOB. I had a fellowship out of Howard, Community Laureate Fellowship. I didn't go to Howard Law. I went to UCLA Law. Got here, little resume. I grew up in South Central Los Angeles, went to John Muir Junior High School, little bit of manual arts, and then I went to Dorsey High. Then I went to UCLA, did some substitute teaching. And if anybody is listening, by the way, go down to 79th and Western, down in the hood, and go to D's Original Takeout Grill, where Chef Damon's there. He does catering for all of the black celebrities out there. And he will give you that barbecue cooked up, either pig, cow, duck, chicken. Well, I don't know about duck, turkey, lamb, goat, fish, you name it. He does it. Greens, good stuff. Check it out. You'll enjoy it. Again, that's a little sale, you know. I don't.
We
a little vacation money, you know. And I'm single, so you know, I feel like the ladies. I ain't as good as I used to be, but most of the time I'm better than I ever was. So you know.
The OG Judge Joe Brown, dropping gems on the podcast. Sir, we definitely appreciate you. We're going to get in contact with Mr. Duncan and definitely have you back on soon, because there are topics that need to be discussed that other platforms are scared to do. So we appreciate you coming on and doing anything for us. And thank you very much.
And aside from the program, you just want to chat, man. I can give you some fill-in that you might be able to use your own. You don't have to give me credit for it. Ask him for my number. Send me a text. Let me know who you are, so I can get my phone to let you come through. But anyway, man, it's been fun. Sorry for pontificating, but that's what we old folk do. We got to spread what we know before we stop breathing. You know?
No, we appreciate it. We appreciate the wisdom and pray that we get it one more time, man. Thank you. Judge Joe Brown, the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. Salute.